Matt Mercer returns to Dimension 20. He's DMing for an absolute all-star cast, and he's bringing back the most popular D20 campaign in history.
What have we here?
A crown of candy!
Dropout has revealed the first details of Matt Mercer's return to Dimension 20, this time in the DM's chair. Surprisingly, Mercer will be turning the tables on Brennan Lee Mulligan by running a 6-part prequel miniseries to A Crown of Candy called The Ravening War. You may remember A Crown of Candy as the Dimension 20 season that was a delightful mix of Candyland and Game of Thrones.
I think it's a little more complicated than that.
The new series will also feature Brennan Lee Mulligan, Lou Wilson, Zac Oyama, Aabria Iyengar, and Anjali Bhimani as players, bringing a mix of regular Dimension 20 stars and guest stars all under one roof.
Let's go ahead and say hello to our scrumptious scoundrels.
Lady Amango. She's Jessica Rabbit as a mango.
Karna is like short, small, slight, young chili pepper trying to affect a sense of calm.
Bishop Rathaniel Charlock, a very wizened elderly radish.
Delisandro Katzen, a face right on the edge of boyhood before manhood, 19 years old.
Colin Provolone, he's not exactly the first hire someone would make. He's very greasy looking. He probably smells.
It also marks the first time that the DM triumvirate of Mercer, Mulligan, and Iyengar have all been filmed together under one roof. And yes, we know that both Aabria and Matt were in Pirates of Leviathan, but that was in the COVID era and they weren't really at the same table, only on the same Zoom call, so we're not going to count that one.
Get in the comments!
The Ravening War is actually a historical event in Calorum. That's the world of A Crown of Candy. It was a fierce conflict between the 6 nations of that world that led to the creation of the Concord, and a strong central coalition army that was meant to prevent any of the 6 nations from fighting each other. The Bulbian Church also played a major part of the conflict, gaining major influence and ultimately having a say in who would rule the Concord in the event that an emperor dies without an heir. So in a lot of ways, this new mini-series is a parallel to Brennan's guest stint on Critical Role, when Brennan ran a 4-part story set at the outset of the Calamity, one of the major defining events within the world of Exandria. Plus, the Ravening War seems to play to some of Matt's strengths. All of Matt's Critical Role campaigns have featured various political entities, either hostile or otherwise, waging shadowy wars of influence behind the scenes, and while the Ravening War doesn't have any apocalyptic cults or sexy magic eye-stalk tiefling things, it should still be a really fun time.
I have a big old red head.
Dimension 20 The Ravening War will kick off on Dropout on May 10th. The first episode will be posted for free on YouTube on May 17th. Given that the episodes air weekly on Dropout, we definitely think that this one will be worth the couple month subscriptions to just binge it all. Actually, all of Dimension 20 is worth the subscription, so you should probably just go and do that.
That's a salsa everyone at the table will enjoy.
So, are you excited for the new season of Dimension 20? Let us know in the comments section, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.